Swedish Air Force is also updating its doctrine on how it intends to retaliate if Russia expands the war in Ukraine towards Europe.
Formidable Swedish-made fighter jet nicknamed the Sukhoi Killer for its potential to counter the Russian aircraft.
For over 200 years, Sweden maintained a strict policy of neutrality, avoiding military alliances. However, in March 2024, Sweden officially joined NATO, marking a dramatic shift in its foreign and security policies. Russia's war in Ukraine, along with Putin's threats against the Baltics and Scandinavia, has forced Sweden to abandon its traditional stance. With its NATO membership, Sweden has taken its strongest position against Russia yet. The Stockholm government has further intensified its opposition by delivering significant military and financial support to Ukraine. Between 2024 and 2026, Sweden has pledged €5.6 billion costs in aid to Ukraine. Additionally, the government has confirmed another €6.7 billion will be allocated to further support Ukraine's defense efforts. Ukraine's fight is Sweden's fight, and we will stand with you for as long as necessary. Swedish officials. In its latest military aid package, Sweden delivered 1,500 anti-tank missiles, 284 anti-tank guns, and 32 Stridsbåt 90 combat boats from the Swedish Armed Forces stockpiles, totaling €269 million. On top of that, Sweden has committed the €540 million for the purchase of new SAR long-range artillery, drones, and other priority defense equipment. But Sweden isn't just arming Ukraine, it's also strengthening alliances with Eastern European nations. Poland, in particular, has emerged as Sweden's strategic defense partner. Sweden and Poland, strengthening NATO's eastern flank. Poland, one of NATO's strongest military forces, is key to blocking Russian aggression. To reinforce this effort, Sweden has announced the deployment of its cutting-edge Saab Gripen fighter jets to Poland. This move is designed to enhance NATO's air defense capabilities and deter further Russian escalation. Sweden's defense minister, Paul Johnson, confirmed that the Swedish Air Force will send 8 Gripen fighter jets to Poland, participating in NATO's enhanced air policing mission from April to June 2025. This marks the first time Sweden has deployed its fighter jets for NATO air operations from an allied nation's territory. These Gripen jets won't operate alone. Sweden's contribution to the mission includes Checkmark, Saab 340 ASC 890 S-102 B Korpen, electronic warfare and intelligence gathering aircraft, C-130H Hercules, strategic airlift and transport. This deployment highlights Sweden's growing role within NATO and its commitment to collective security. Minister Johnson emphasized that Sweden's involvement in NATO air policing is a major milestone, proving that Sweden is a fully integrated NATO ally. Sweden is also in talks to supply JAS-39 Gripen fighter jets to Ukraine. Saab CEO Mikael Johansson has expressed optimism about this possibility, hinting that Sweden may soon approve the transfer. If delivered, the Gripen jets, combined with Ukraine's newly acquired US F-16s and French Mirage 2020s, will dramatically improve Ukraine's air combat capabilities. Sweden has already begun training Ukrainian pilots on the Audi Gripen CD variant, and there's a possibility that Ukraine could later receive the more advanced Gripen E model. While discussions continue, Sweden remains cautious. NATO allies have suggested that Ukraine first prioritize training on F-16s before adding another aircraft type. Nonetheless, Sweden's potential delivery of Gripen jets could be a game-changer for Ukraine. Beyond air power, Sweden also wields one of the most formidable naval forces in the Baltic. Despite not sharing a land border with Russia, Sweden has long been on Putin's radar, much like Finland. With Sweden joining NATO, the Baltic Sea is now effectively a NATO-controlled zone, further weakening Russia's Baltic fleet. Gotland, NATO's strategic fortress in the Baltic, one of Sweden's most valuable assets in this geopolitical chess game, is Gotland Island, located just 300 kilometers from Russia's Baltic Fleet base. Gotland is often called the unsinkable aircraft carrier. Whoever controls Gotland controls the entire Baltic Sea. Recognizing its strategic importance, Sweden has rapidly fortified the island, reactivated Gotland's military base after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, deployed air defense systems and anti-ship missiles, constructed a new military port,